Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. So just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America, feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. We have epic troll slayers who have kept us safe. Thank you. We have got a fantastic community because of you. You have been so kind to each other. You have been so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching this on replay, see, I was fine. I was, my calendar's falling. My calendar fell. Okay. My calendar just fell. If you're wondering what day it is, if you're watching this on replay, hello, you don't have to listen to this jibber jab. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed out there. I timestamp them as I go. And also I've summarized some of them right at the beginning. So you should be able to look at the different timestamps and get a general sense of what each question is about. So, and I've got 14 questions. So yeah, there's a lot going on. All right, so yes, Paul, I want it. You can never go wrong with feeding someone. Exactly. All right. I need to put this heavy thing down. Okay, I'll put this down here. Okay. All right. Anyway, I hope you're having a good day. Thank you, Cheryl. Yes, Roxy says, love the pink today because we were in the pink after yesterday. Yes. Ricky has the star of the show and the star of the show soon to record his version of the Carly Simon classic song, You're So Vain. Boo and Kitty. Yes. He has this particular look. Before I set the questions, he has this particular look he gets on his face. I looked over and he was sitting on the desk at the window and he turned around. He was sort of facing me, but he gets this look on his face, which is just, it's hard to even do it, but it's this just look of, that's the closest I can get to his look. And I'm like, what on earth? And I guaranteed his brother has walked by or is eating or something. So anyway, it was just funny because I looked over and he had this look. He was just staring, they're so small and they have so much personality. Anyway, let's get to some questions. Oh, thank you, Kristen. Breaking news. The Unabomber has died in federal prison. Bye. Anyway, he's not worth our time. All right, at 3 minutes, 30 seconds in, oh, my goodness gracious. So I've got my phone sitting here in case different headlines pop up. So if some, like the Kaczynski thing just popped up, I'm just, in case something else comes up, because my goodness, there's so much going on. So at 3 minutes, 40 seconds in, Bird had some really good questions today, and thank you. Trump, top secret documents evidence. Ben from Midas Touch explains how horrible, excuse my term, the term damning these indictments are. Pictures, testimonies, text, emails, lawyers' notes, testimonies. Yeah, it's staggering. No, Debo, Unabomber. No, Garland took down Timothy McVeigh, I believe. But anyway, Sharon Rice says, bye, we will not miss you. Yeah. Hello, Azalea. All right. So I watched the video from Ben because Glenn brought it up. And yeah, there's so much. And what's really, I think really speaks to this man's, Trump's just mind-boggling narcissism is that he had a lot of interviews at Mar-a-Lago in that big ballroom. And if you've seen any of those interviews, they would empty the place out, and it would be 2 chairs that were ridiculously far apart, and like not even like a little table, or maybe one little table or something, that they were right there with all the cameras, all the crew, all that. Was he sitting there? And he had his back facing this way, and I'm wondering, was he sitting there giving these interviews, and in the back of his mind, he was pulling a fast one? I've got top secret documents here, and you don't even know, and you can't see them. That's the kind of thing a narcissist would do. Oh, Spirit and Sage, do check, everyone, check the description box. All the questions are listed out, ready to go. So no worries. So Michelle says, has anyone settled the question of how many charges there are actually in Perp 45's federal indictment? 37. The 38th charge is just for Nada, whatever, Mini Mr. Clean. Yeah. Whew. Waiting for a ship to come in. Yeah, one of these, the next question is about sold to the Saudis. 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. Boy, we are deep into narcissism land today. That's what I'm feeling. He was so angry when he lost the election. And then January 6th didn't go his way. And then on January 20th, or Inauguration Day, he didn't even show up. It was such a, I believe it's called narcissistic damage. Which you'd think narcissistic damage would be something that they cause to other people, but their sense of identity is so fragile, and they get so angry when anyone questions their tiny little blown glass egos, questions their fantasy that they are above everyone else and better than everyone else. He was so angry to be out in the cold. And I joke about how he says, no president's been treated worse than I have ever. And go away, Lincoln. I don't want to hear it, JFK. No president's been treated worse than me. He really believes that. It isn't hyperbole. I'm sorry, I'm tripping over my words today. He was so angry. And so, yeah. Well, I'll take what I want. I'll do this. That's valuable. I'll take that. I'll take this. I'll stick this. I'll hide these papers in these frames, in this over here, in that over there. And I'll get mine. And then when it was, you need to return these, it was, here's a little. That's not, Yeah, lawyer, go sign that thing that says there aren't any more. Hey, go hide the things from him. And that's what happened. Allegedly, that is exactly what happened. And now he needs to worry. He was golfing this morning, by the way. And he has 2 rallies today in 2 different states. Georgia at 2:30, and then somewhere in New England at, well, somewhere north. It was like Virginia or north of, at like 7 o'clock tonight, something like that. So now he's got all of this hanging over him. Oh, and you know how he fired his lawyers yesterday? Or they resigned. There is some credible talk now that there was a screaming phone call. And I think we can guess who was screaming. You are so done. But what I'm really picking up on is just, and, if any kind of your choices in life or trauma you go through will exacerbate any kind of underlying leanings you have toward, perhaps you have something. It's like there's no guarantee I'll be a narcissist, but if I make choices, if I get away with things over and over and over and over and over the years, over the decades, my gosh, that will just flower in me. My narcissism will just flower within me. And so no credibility, no, he has no credibility, but no culpability, plus the fact that his diet is awful and always has been. When's the last time this man ate a vegetable that wasn't on a burger? And decades worth of Diet Coke is sweetened by aspartame, which, at least partially, from what I have read, entertainment only YouTube, from what I've read, aspartame can break down into small amounts of formaldehyde in your system. So, it's lemonade, by the way, I made. And that's what I'm getting. I'm getting the anger. I'm getting the psychopathy. And I'm getting a big old justice card. I love this card. Anyway. Thank you, Fran. Lady Eva says, well, McDonald's cheeseburgers do have pickles on them. There we go. Now, that is what I read. I do not know that for certain. But Sharon's asking, did you shake it up in a martini shaker? No, I have a, to make the non-dairy milk, I use frothy. I've got a little frother thing, and I use that to just quickly mix it. So it's all frothy at the top. Good stuff says, I thought you were drinking Guinness. I don't drink alcohol. But if we've made it all these years through the whole Trump era so far, and I have not been imbibing at all, that's good. That's good. All right, the next question, 13 minutes in, is about sold to the Saudis, ? Entertainment only YouTube. Okay. The media, Morning Joe and others, are starting to publicly speculate on if Trump actually retained sensitive documents for the explicit purpose of selling the secrets to the Saudis. What was once seemingly wild theory is gaining traction. Is it actually true? Thank you, Eileen. To resupply your popcorn. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, because my understanding is that Jack Smith is now looking at Trump's finances. Yes, Larry Murray. The Justice card looks like Pam Grier from Jackie Brown. Yep, 70s. Yep, it's awesome. So he says all of the tarot readers are way ahead of him. So, actually, let me change this to 15. No, 1445. Okay. We need to take care of the people who are watching on replay. All right, sold to the Saudis. Because there was so much there Foxy Brown, not Jackie Brown. Thank you, Nuclear Magenta. Thank you. Because there was everything I was reading there, all of the summations of the documents that he took. It was military capabilities. It was stuff you don't do this for funsies. Oh, the U.S. military, the U.S. nuclear capabilities. What? Four of Pentacles. He needs the money, and he has no morals. I mean, we're at this point, we're used to him being a buffoon and being loud and obnoxious, and yeah. But do not forget how truly immoral this jerk is. Completely. Star. Eight of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Well, this is a card of working, this Eight of Pentacles. It's not like he got out of the White House and then could just go back to being a businessman. Because he is a terrible businessman. He is an absolutely awful businessman. If you say, oh, well, he has millions of dollars. Hey, I could have millions of dollars too if I was willing to lie, cheat, grift, scam like he does. But I'm not. And I'd rather sleep properly at night. Oh, and I have a conscience. So he was so important, and then he had to go back to work. And he's like, hey, but wait a second. I've got all this good stuff. Seven of Pentacles, fruits of labor. Roxana Lee says he'd sell his grandmother for a plug nickel. Cindy, yes, and his daddy gave him lots of money too. Nine of Pentacles. Look at me. I'm still important. I'm still sitting pretty. Queen of Wands. And I still have the morons backing me who will keep me safe, or at least try. Yeah, maybe I'm just, maybe it's just me, but I think it's important that we do not forget that this man, he has no conscience at this point. He never says he is sorry for anything. Lisa Graham, and he stole Mary Trump's inheritance. Exactly. How the heck do you steal from your own niece and nephew? Just the thought of stealing or taking money away from my nephews. How? You're sick, dude. How? But selling to the Saudis, he couldn't just go back to his normal life. Not when he can be part of the ticker tape parade all the time. And Queen of Wands, and the Star, and the Eight of Pentacles. So a way to make money. Let me try shuffling again. Karen B says, I have a brother who stole my inheritance. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. He says he's a thief. Alan says he has zero morals. Holly and Fran says he can't stand to see anyone else happy. Oh, no worries, Larry. I should have caught it too. Did you sell this stuff to the Saudis? Eight of Wands. Between him and Kushner. Page of Cups. Lovers. 10 of Cups. They were close. He and the Saudis, let's just say they were close. And we were not completely oblivious, but we were like, okay, but there's some guardrails in place. Well, we know about the guardrails. But now the good news is we will get to watch, because I doubt Jack Smith is done. I do believe firmly that there is more so far that Jack Smith could have charged him with, but these were the best options where they wouldn't have to reveal too much classified information. They could limit the amount of damage done to the nation by just sticking with this. But he subpoenaed Trump's financial records, didn't he? Months ago. Okay, at 21:30. Question, will Jack stay in charge? 21:30. Is Merrick Garland planning on letting Jack Smith handle most of the case, or will he take a more hands-on approach? Karen B says, but the other classified documents must be found. Yes. Holly and France says, Jack Smith hasn't finished. There will be more federal indictments in Traitor Trump's future. Well, that's the thing. I think he's limiting, or there's some things he has not charged Trump with that he could, but the investigation has to continue until they have exhausted every avenue on where did all the stuff go? What was in the empty folders? What was in the empty folders? I'm sorry, I'm having trouble wording today. But they need to know, where did this stuff go? That will continue. But Jack Smith, are you going to stay in charge of this, or? Five of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Empress. Yeah, Merrick Garland, he's really trying to create some separation between the regular DOJ and, I mean, the Republicans are going to keep moving the goalposts. They just are. So now they're saying that the entire federal government is being weaponized against a former political, or a political opponent. Okay, so when could Trump be held accountable? He couldn't be held accountable when he was in office. He's out of office. So when would he be held accountable? They will keep moving the goalposts. They just will. Their arguments, every time that something big comes out against Trump or something that's very good for Democrats, just wait for the Republicans. Just wait. Because within an hour or two, somebody will be out there in front of a camera saying something that undermines or tries to undermine whatever that good thing is for the country, usually, or is just a distraction. Every time. It's like, this is why we can't have nice things. We don't, it is frustrating. We don't get to enjoy the good moments as long as we should be able to. But here we are. Well, that's a start, but that's the magician who put this together. And it starts out with the decision Merrick Garland made to appoint a special prosecutor, special investigator. Okay, I'm serious. I haven't, it's been a long few days and my brain's not doing well with the whole word thing. Whatever Jack Smith is. But notice when Durham was appointed, oh, that's different. He's independent. Or it's always our stuff is good, your stuff is bad. Always. Always. We can do exactly what they do. No. Yours is bad. Yours is bad. Yours is bad. Yours is bad. Just it's like clockwork. But Garland did make the decision to separate that out for the sake of the country. And boy, as Jack Smith pulled the most glorious rabbits out of the hats. And he is the man of the moment. And this could very well be where he doesn't work alone. His prosecutors are there. Bellbook and Candle, hello, it's been a minute. Don't forget, there was a dumpster fire at Mar-a-Lago in February this year. Huh, surprise. So, I don't know if Jack Smith actually leads the prosecution in any particular trials, but he's right there. And Merrick Garland is trying to wall off as much of this from the rest of the DOJ as possible. So, okay. 2715. Glenn, thank you for bringing forth the link. Michael Popok over on Midas Touch was explaining why Judge Cannon is likely to be removed in very short order. And it was interesting because I went and watched it. And one of the things that he's thinking is that what happened was a clerk may have messed up the paperwork. He thinks that, well, he goes into the details of exactly this was here and it related to this, and she was on this previous part with the, therefore she just went ka-chunk, even though it's not the right thing to do. But should have been a West Palm Beach judge, but clerk connected the case to a closed case, and Cannon's reprimanded for interfering in last year's case. Well, she was. So, will Judge Cannon recuse herself or be removed? Because apparently that appeals court, those are her bosses. And what they said was scathing. AJ is asking, messed up on purpose. I thought that too, but I don't know. I don't know. So the important thing is, will Cannon get the boot? It feels like it, but oh, Bellbook and Candle's on the night shift. I usually catch your show in the middle of the night. I'm on the night shift. Oh, bless. Three of Pentacles. That's in this deck. That's a heist. They're planning a heist. And Six of Cups, Ace of Wands, Temperance. No, big old major arcana Temperance. Whatever, whether it was on purpose, whether it was just nostalgia, as in this is what she was connected to before, and there was this action taken. In the end, you've got major arcana. And with major arcana, you can often think of it like the Temperance card being like 4 times as big as the minor arcana, energy-wise. It's a good way to think about it. So there's this ends in this big Temperance card. She's Da, 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 da. All right, and then the next question, because that was from Glenn, wanted to know, my man X wanted to know. Okay, and now we're down at 30:30, and thank you for being here. Do hit the like and subscribe button. It's free, really helpful, and thank you. All right, so the next question is, how safe is Jack Smith's family? I would imagine very. It's still debatable. Lola Bell had what she believes is Jack Smith's birthday, the month, day, year. But I don't know that we ever got any official or really strong information on that was really clear. Because this man is a ghost online. And he's been a ghost online for years. So he knows how to stay out of limelight. He knows how to he knows how to do his job. I've mentioned many times before, he is a triathlete. Oh, 2 cards there. So B. Smith says the New York Times says so. Oh, okay. Good. All right. Thief, he's protected from thieves or people who would do wrong. Oh, there you go, Lola Bell. Andre said it was June 5th on Linda G's show yesterday. Oh, okay. Great. Froxy Roxy, thank you. June 5th, 1969. So, Gemini. And I'm still with you, Lola Bell, on the potential for a Scorpio rising. That was a very Scorpio rising yesterday. Yeah. All right, 9 of Swords. 2 of Pentacles. King of Wands. Oops, Judgment. And then I got 2 cards at the end. 10 of Cups. Excuse me. 3 of... Ultimately, with all the worry and unsteady attacks and people in the shadows watching, wanting to cast this big judgment, the judgment would actually blow back on them. I got a happy family here, even though the plots and plans continue. Betty Cantrell says, I think Jack has dealt with bigger criminals. Yeah. Well, the other thing, though, is in being in The Hague, of course, he was under threat, but, most of the cases had to do with people in other countries and sometimes other continents, whereas the problem now is he's surrounded. There are people all over the place who are MAGA, but he feels safe. This is a happy family. The plots will continue, the plots and plans. Thank you, lucky girl. According to the New York Times, John Luman Smith, Luman, Luman, as in luminary, as in light. I love that. He was born June 5th, 1969, and grew up in Clay, New York, a suburb of Syracuse. Awesome. Stephanie Martin, Battle of the Geminis. Yes. Thank you. Sharon says that you have a Gemini taken out of Gemini. Mm-hmm. All right. 35 minutes in. What else have we got? All right. Now, this is talking about not just Jack Smith, but on MSNBC, they were, on MSNBC, they were talking about right-wing lawmakers inciting people to be angry and violent about the Trump document. And I've got the link in the description if you want to watch the video. Yeah, Friends with Monsters, great name. 4 steps ahead of these fools. Yeah. Lumen, I love that. It probably means something else, but I just love the idea of bringing light. That's awesome. All right, at 30, make this 35, 40. Right-wing lawmakers. Inciting people to be angry and violent. Will it happen? Or more importantly, will lawmakers be held accountable? Ricky asks, are you coming on regular time on Tuesday when Trump appears in court? I might come in half an hour later, because of course we need to watch the big. We need to watch the chariot guard, the big procession of Trump to Miami. It's going to be great. Wheel of Fortune. There was a really interesting argument this morning between 2 former Republican lawmakers on MSNBC, arguing about the state of the Republican Party, and one was saying there is no Republican Party anymore, not the way it was. MAGA has swallowed the Republican Party. Huh? Betty Cantrell, I'm afraid I don't know what that means. All right, the sun. Lumen. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, Knight of Swords. No, Queen of Swords, even better. 4 of Wands. Well, the Mar-a-Lago party. Raucous. Disgusting. 8 of Cups. Nah. This just feels like debauchery and grossness. Everything came to light, or a lot of things came to light. There are some Knights of Pentacles trying to thinking they can do something, but you're not going to be able to stop a Queen of Swords unless you can attack her funding, which they can't. Your Knight of Pentacles over here. No, you can't. No, this is protection over people who need to be protected, and then evidence can be presented. But there will be a lot of noise, a lot of like a drunken party. Oh boy. Polly Wanda says, a spur is born. Polly Wanda, I love your brain. I just love your brain. All right. Okay, now let's go to 39. Let's just put 39. Gretchen had a question. How will Trump supporters feel by this time next year? So June 10th, 2024. June 10th, 2024. How will MAGA world be feeling? Oh, man. Oh, presidential election year, the static. Just the energetic, just static. MAGA. June 10th, 2024. This is MAGA. Static. Energies just. Ugh. Page of Swords. Okay. Trying to get things going with the voting. Trying to get things going with the voting. Starts with a death card. And I don't think it's literal. Knight of Cups. Temperance. Two of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Oh, what a difference a year can make. They despise everyone involved in Biden's DOJ, but ultimately you've got temperance because you can only go in a court of law with evidence, not bias, not just evidence. And it's hard to say it's a witch hunt. It's evidence, court of law. And there's a disconnect that is happening in MAGA world. It's been happening for a while, but there's a serious disconnect, which is they can't quit him because he has given them permission to feel, to allow their baser instincts and stupid thoughts to fly free. He has made them feel empowered to be as racist, bigoted, misogynistic, vile as they want to be. And so he can be as racist, misogynistic, and vile as he wants to be, and they're not going to quit him. There's a group not going to quit him, but it's going to, the chances of him being the presidential nominee, no. Oh, and I apologize now to everyone in the world who gets the blowback from when U.S. politics ramp up, because our election season is ridiculously long compared to other countries in general. The first Republican primary debate I heard is in August this year. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. Kevin McLeod says natal Mars. Oh, talking about Smith. Natal Mars in Sagittarius, solar arc moon in Aries ruled by Mars. He will not quit. Sagittarius is the sign of the higher wisdom, law. Yeah. Kathy Delisle says lots and lots and lots and lots of delicious, delightful, and horribly incriminating evidence. Why, yes. Yes, it is. So, Trump is not going to have the votes to become president again, period. End of. Not going to happen. Do not lose a moment of sleep. Not going to happen. Amy Jones says, seems we've been in a constant election cycle since 2015. I'm so very tired of elections. I understand. I hate to say it, but this was the lull between the storms. Oops. CC Ryder says Fox and the GOP are saying Biden is using his DOJ to take out his number one opponent. If Garland had appointed a special counsel before Trump announced his 2024 bid and not right after, Biden and the DOJ could have avoided this. True. At the same time, who announces their candidacy in January of the year before, February of the year before the election? It was desperation. But I agree. They should have moved it along. Moved it along just a little. Just a little. Okay. So, and speaking of that, at 45, McConnell and other GOP Senate leaders are privately thinking it's not worth defending Trump for his crimes. Will they publicly break from him before this is over? Oh, it was November 22nd. I don't know why I was thinking January or February. Sharon Rice, November, 2 years before. There we go. Right. Lois McDonald. Trump jumped the gun with candidacy so he could use it as a political defense. Oh, it was November. Oh, time flies when you're sick of Trump. All right. McConnell and other GOP people who are still not coming out publicly. They know he's toast. They know legally he's toast. And as much as they want to say, well, he's beaten the odds at other points, he beat the odds once. Once. With a lot of outside interference. He's been the biggest loser except for once. So these people think, well, he still has MAGA and he still has Four of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Hierophant, Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles. As the government, they need the money from the small donors who want Trump. They don't want Trump light DeSantis. They don't want, for the most part, for now. So those like McConnell and the others in the government are just doing their thing. But these are both pages. As Trump's support, as his base dwindles, because his base will get smaller. It's not getting bigger, and it will get smaller. That's when they may finally break, but they're not going to be out in front of it. CC Ryder says, I shudder to think where we'd be if in the investigation process, if Trump had still not announced his run. Would Jack be appointed? Where would DOJ be in the Trump documents investigation? We'll never know. You have a very good point. It lit a fire. So, Alan says Australian elections are at max a few months. Voting is compulsory here. It's easy. You get a hot dog. Oh, get to the front of the queue and you're done. Oh, good. You get a hot dog. Hey. Here, in some places in the U.S., it's become illegal to give people hot dogs when they're waiting in line. Man. All right. So, okay, now this was the other big thing, and it has kind of vanished into under all the Trump stuff. I was like, okay, I don't have the energy right now to have my head explode, but this came close. Yeah. MTG. Old state secrets. MTG went on Fox to describe how she viewed sensitive documents in a SCIF. She made copious notes, then sat down after to transcribe as much as she could about what she had seen for the purpose of sharing it with others. Will she too be facing federal charges soon? Because of course she did. Okay, I'm definitely having a hot. Oh no, I've got some sausages in the. I've got 2 Italian sausages left in the fridge. Good. One tonight, one tomorrow. Yeah, Karen B. Put her rear end in jail. Remove her clearances now. Yes. Ridiculous. Queen of Pentacles. Look what I have. Really? King of Swords. Yeah, you're not supposed to be messing with this stuff. 10 of Wands. Kind of looks like her. Doing one of her workouts or something? Anyway. Sun. Yeah, this is stuff that's not supposed to be out in the sunlight. 3 of Swords. 5 of Cups. I don't like this disappointment card. This is who should go after her, but this is her far-right garbage. Bringing stuff to light that she shouldn't, and she should have the book thrown at her, but we've got some disappointment here. And there's again her just being like, look what I have. All right, seriously, is MTG, that's got to be illegal. Please tell me that's illegal. Oh, thank you, Diane. Thank you. 4 of Cups. No. Where is it? Where is it? Just Holly and Francis. Yes, it's illegal. Oh, this jumped. Greta said it's frightening that she even has access to this information. She may very well have less access to the information going forward. Knight of Swords, Hermit, 8 of Cups. Well, I have been getting, she has got big legal problems in her future. It could be related to this. It could be January 6th. It could be who knows what. Hang on. Let's check on Dad. Hang on. Right back. All's well. He's okay. All right. I was reading on... Oh, her. She's got big legal problems in her future. Oh, I wanted to go to the chat later. That great stuff you're putting in the chat, Lilabelle, on the astrology. Kathy DeLaw says she does miss those January 6 prisoners. Maybe she can join the chorus. Dad's okay. That's okay. Thank you. Sorry, just sometimes if I hear stuff downstairs, I need to just go check. But all's well. All's well. All right. She's got big trouble coming, but I don't know if it's related to this. It should be. All right. At 54:40, will MAGA finally let the House move forward on stuff? Because, you know, the MAGAs have been making McCarthy's life more difficult. That part of it doesn't bother me at all. But, oh, bless. Will 45's indictments quell the Federalist GOP House members' stop on legislation? Will this help McCarthy keep his speakership a while longer? Do we care? Yes, we care. Because it was there. Because someone asked. High Priestess. Higher wisdom, they wouldn't know it if it bit them. Four of Swords, Queen of Swords, Hierophant. Well, things have been really, really dead, but this would be, this could light a fire. They're still playing their little games over there, but thank you, Dave. All right. Valerie Sargent, yes. Did you see the pile of boxes on the stage at Mar-a-Lago? Trump was finally building a wall. That was good. That was good. Seven of Pentacles. He gave them way too much power. McCarthy gave MAGA way too much power. This is Democrats watching as, what was it? Becca last night she was going over a grand tableau, and she's thinking that the January 6th stuff might hit, like the Georgia stuff may hit in like August, which we think it will, but then like 2 months later, we might get the January 6th stuff. So October, August, September, October. Happy Halloween. There's trouble coming for the people, the MAGA Republicans from January 6th. There's trouble coming. So whether McCarthy's still there or not, he's not even showing up on the cards. He is Mr. Mediocre. And if we did not live in a sexist patriarchy, things are better than they were. But we've got a long way to go. But if we didn't live in a racist, sexist patriarchy, and he wasn't in the Republican Party, which really rewards that, he would not be where he is. He is a jar of mayonnaise. He is so mediocre. And it amazes me the number of times I ask questions that he's involved in, and he doesn't even show up in the cards. But anyway, Eileen asks, how's your Halloween costume going? I've got parts picked out. I don't know yet. I still might change my mind, but thinking. Oh, Kathy, and thank you so much. Thank you. I believe piling boxes of classified documents that high in the workplace is an OSHA violation. Yes. And it's going to cost you extra with the dusting. The cleaner's going to ask for extra with the dusting. I'm just saying. OSHA violation. That is awesome. Man, okay. All right. Sarah found this yesterday, 59:30. So I hadn't heard about this. There is a link in the description if you want more details. But apparently, Space Florida is a state organization that works as a liaison between Florida and the aeronautic industry. And it is about to be firmly under DeSantis's control. Yay. The current CEO is leaving right as the new legislature turned the reins over to DeSantis. I don't blame him. I am out of here. Peace. could this cause an issue in the future? Could Ron hold, since it's Space Florida, liaison between Florida and the aeronautic industries, is there some way Ron could hold NASA hostage in launches and landings to get the government to do his bidding? I wouldn't think so. What? Let's look at it. Sarah asked, so I read on it. Sarah is awesome. Sarah is an awesome person. And I was all jealous because she was going to a planner meetup. People who have all kinds of planners and stickers and stuff. She was going to that today, but then she wasn't feeling well. So she's not going to be there this afternoon, but I will be at Creative Sprints. But I hope she started feeling better and she was able to go. That would be awesome. I love that kind of stuff. All right. Anyway, DeSantis. Yeah, trying to get your ship to the moon, into the sky with the stars. Ace of Swords. Three of Cups isn't bad. That could very well be a launch. I mean, an Ace of Wands could be a launch because it's a fire sign. You get the fire, but Ace of Swords are air signs, so this would be more the ship. And then these three just kind of fell out. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 9 of Wands. I don't think he's going to be able to mess with it. So that's all I'm getting at. So this is a planner meetup. Oh dang. That sounds like it would have been so much fun. I know, right? And apparently one of the things they do when they get there is there's like a little part of the table set aside, and any extra papers, printouts, stickers, cases, anything you've got extra that you don't want, you just throw it on the table. Everybody does that, and then you can go in and everybody can pick out what they're interested in. That sounds like a good time. But anyway. But at least I hope she's resting. So, yes, Kathy DeLau, just think of it as a great big rake, which Republicans are really, MAGA Republicans especially, are really good at stepping on. They're wonderful at stepping on rakes. I'm going to step whack, step thwang. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 103, this is about voting rights. 103.10, work with me here. 103.10, voting rights coming back. SCOTUS stunned political observers on Thursday in the closely watched Allen versus Milligan case, ruling that Alabama likely violated the Voting Rights Act prohibition on racial gerrymandering when it drew a map that packs most of the state's black voters into a single congressional district. And the decision could make it harder for Republicans to hold the House of Representatives in 2024. Will this make a difference? Yeah, I was shocked. Shocked. So, well, not being able to use that particularly gerrymandered map, will that make a difference in making it harder for Republicans to hold the House of Representatives in 2024? 9 of Swords. Oh no, people won't vote for us because our policies are wildly unpopular. Lady Eva says it's shocking they ruled that way, but a broken clock is right twice a day. True. Yeah. Devil. That would be racism. Right there. 5 of Cups. There is nothing good about racism. All right. 5 of Cups. 8 of Cups. 2 of Pentacles. Ooh, I like it. Hierophant. what I've been picking up, this is exactly what I've been picking up about the elections in 2024 anyway, which is, I don't know what polling these people are looking at, but women are going to abandon Republicans in huge margins. Having their rights taken away and the cruelty is going to cause women to be voting for more Democrats, even if they say they're still voting for Republicans, or they tell their significant others they're still, like their husbands, they're voting for Republicans. Republicans are going to be on very shaky ground in trying to hold on. Very shaky. This is all tumultuous, unbalanced. Yeah, you guys messed up. And you've messed around, and come November 2024, you're going to find out. So anyway, buddy, thank you. All right. And all right, I've read a lot of Gwen. Excuse me, Glenn, I've read a bunch of your other questions today. So if it's okay, I'm just going to stop with this one from Sandy Miller today, 10640. Sheila from Sheila Celtic Tarot. She's a sweetie. She did a remote, saw empty liquor bottles around Ginni Thomas. Will Clarence Thomas leave because Ginni goes to rehab? He wouldn't leave because she goes to rehab. But okay. This feels more like the further extension he's asked for on his financial records. World card, Tower, Ace of Cups. Things are not going to end well for Ginni and Clarence Thomas. They're just not. End of Tower. This is bad. And I can't help but just wonder. It's a lovely thought. This would be Joe Biden choosing a new Supreme Court justice. And wouldn't that be glorious? So let's hope. All right. That is going to do it for me for today. But thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I'm here 365 days of the year, so I will be right back here tomorrow. It's 1:23 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. Again, like I said, Sarah is not feeling well. But I hope she felt better. I hope she went to the planner group. Anyway, I mean, I don't get anything out of it. It just sounds like so much fun, and I just want her to be happy. She's my friend. Yeah, so that will do it for me. 3 o'clock, I'll be on Creative Sprints. 12 o'clock tomorrow, Chicago time, I will be right back here. On Tuesday, I will be here. I might come on at noon. I might come on at 12:30, something like that. But I'll be here for the arraignment. Oh, with bells on. All right, so stock up on popcorn. Hang in there. And you're not alone. We're in this together. There are good days ahead. There are. All right, take care. And I'll see you later.